Good morning, guys. Just wanted to drop on and talk to you all about the 3-month challenge that I have set myself to get this van built in the next 3 months. Yesterday, guys, I sat and thought about it and thought, what the hell am I doing? What have I let myself in for? But quite honestly, I'm excited more than anything now. As many of you that follow me know, procrastination is one of my worst enemies. Excuse the dodgy hair going on in the background there. Procrastination is one of my worst enemies, guys. In fact, it probably is my worst enemy. So I've set this 3-month build challenge to hold myself accountable, basically. So I'm going to be posting across all social media platforms: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Give us a follow on there, guys, if you wouldn't mind, at the Vanifestation Life, across all channels. Would really appreciate the support. So the reason I'm doing this is the more people that see it, the more I'm going to be accountable, and the more I'm going to want to get out of bed and get on and do things even when I don't feel like doing it. So that's the purpose behind it. Sorry, I'm just getting ready to head out in a minute, guys. But yeah, just wanted to explain how I'm going to start this challenge, principles behind it, and you know, how I see it going. So I've been doing a bit of research over the last sort of 2 or 3 days, looking at how these van builders build their vans. So I've been looking at the DIY builds, where traditionally everybody panels every single ceiling panel, every single wall panel, every single bit of metal. You know, people seem to think that you can't have anything, you know, on show that's metal, because instantly it's going to rot and corrode and be full of condensation. Now, obviously that is an issue in a van, but one thing I've learned from being in here in the winter months, you know, as you can see, I haven't got panels, you know, I've got metal on show. I've learned that having good ventilation in the form of the Max Air fan, also the skylight above my head, I create a nice airflow with my diesel heater running, which keeps everything nice and dry. So for me, I don't need to panel every single bit of metal in the van. Obviously I want to hide bits, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to add additional weight by paneling the whole ceiling, all of the wall panels. You know, I'm not doing it. I'm not going down that route. So I've been looking at professional coach builders, you know, RV builders, how they do it. And what I discovered was they're actually doing it the way that I want to do it. So good intuition, maybe, I don't know. But for me, I'm going to be going furniture-led build. So what I mean by that, guys, is I've purchased my fridge, my freezer. I've purchased some larger items that I'm going to build around. Now, these items are things that I need in my van. I'm going to be adding LPG, guys, which some of you might think, what the hell is she doing that for? She's got a massive 16.1 kilowatt hour, 314 amp hour, you know, 48 volt battery. Why does she need to do that? Yes, it's true. I can be off grid for nearly a month, guys, with my battery at the moment, just running the heater and the lights, and charging, you know, work laptops and so on. But once I start adding things to this system, that is when my capacity is going to decrease. So I love to cook. It's one of my pleasures in life. It's one of the biggest things I miss since being in the van, in actual fact, guys. So what I've decided to do is put LPG in. I'm going to have a cooker and grill. I'm going to have a gas LPG hob. So yeah, it's my pleasure, rightly or wrongly. I might be complicating things, but this is how I want to do it. So that will be going in. I'm going to build around that. Now, every bit that then is exposed underneath, say the cabinetry, you know, where you can see insulation, I'm going to panel those areas. Of course, you know, they're going to look nice, but I'm not going to put an unnecessary weight in my van with my massive battery that I've got to account for, if I don't need to. So, you know, I've got Uni-Slot. Let me show you. Uni-Slot. As you can see, it's got like a padding behind it to stop thermal transfer. I'm going to put spring nuts in these and put my cabinetry on there. It'll be modular. I can remove it if I need to. If I get a different van, everything will come out and be transferable. So that's the idea. And of course, I want things to be accessible as well. You know, my electrics, my pipes. I'm going to be running electrics through Uni-Slot channels and, you know, making my life easier. I don't want to be ripping panels out. My build is complex, guys. You know, I'm going to have a recirculating shower system. I want to be able to access filters for that. I want to be able to clean things. So that's the plan anyway. So moving forward, I'm going to start with the bed, the lift up bed, which is going to go in this area down here. As you can see, my bed takes up a lot of space. You can see there's just nowhere to work from. and I have to pull this lot out every single time I want to do something. So I'm going to start with a lift up bed. I've ordered the linear actuators yesterday. I'm hoping they're going to be here next week. So it's going to be a flat frame constructed from Unislot with wooden slats that will sit on the actuators, and then a mattress will sit on top of that, 15 centimeters. That's then going to push up to the ceiling. Now, yes, I'm going to lose some head height, but I'm going to be sat underneath the bed. It's a seating area, you know. Kitchen's going to be clear. Everywhere else I can stand with plenty of space above my head, as you can see. So that's the plan. Start with the bed, get rid of this, get this kitchen cabinet out, and then I'm going to have my bed in, double bed, so I'll be able to sleep and work underneath it in the day. You know, I can build things easier. This portable kitchen has been brilliant, but it's so bulky. It's about 700mm wide nearly, so it takes into a good part of the van's width. So I'm going to be going possibly 400mm cabinets, keeping them nice and low, so if I do ever want to extend my lift out bed so I can sleep lengthways down the van, if I was ever lucky enough to have a fella in my bed, guys, then yeah, I can sleep lengthways. But I'm only 5'4", so I can actually sleep widthways across. So that's how I'm going to do it the majority of the time. Now I'm going to lose the skylight in the daytime, unfortunately, but to compensate for that, there will be a window going in here. So there'll be 2 windows, obviously, going across. Now I'll be able to stargaze at night still. I'll be able to climb up onto the roof, which is what I wanted to be able to do. So that's the plan, guys, moving forward. The bed's going to go in first. Gonna then get the kitchen cabinets in. I will be using IKEA furniture for my kitchen. It looks good. It's flat pack. It's got everything I need in it. And yeah, I'm gonna possibly take a trip over there tomorrow and go and have a look and start thinking about getting that purchase. But yeah, for now, the partition wall at the back needs to go in. There's going to be an arched doorway there. I don't know if you guys can see, in centrally placed anyway, sliding pocket door. And there'll also be a flap that goes across the bottom of that door, which will be attached to the bench seat, so it can come down, and I can put a cushion on it if I've ever, you know, got more than 2 or 3 people in the van. I will then have more bench seating. So, and then when the bed comes down, it will sit on top of the backs of the bench seats. So the bed's going in first, guys. That's the plan. So today I'm going to start cleaning, tidying. I need to pop out, but cheeky Ollie shot. We've got a big bag of rubbish to go, as you can see. Toilet needs emptying. We got things to do, so I'm going to get all that done, clean, fresh, and fingers crossed everything arrives on Monday and I can really get cracking with the build. So yes, guys, it is quite an ambitious build. You know, from everything I've talked about, you can see that I've got plans, but I need this van to work for me, you know, my lifestyle, how I choose to live, what's important to me, and I've had to factor that into the build. And I can honestly say, living in the van before building it has given me such good perspective on what I need and how I need it to flow. So yeah, I'm really excited to bring you guys along for this journey. So please, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, guys. Give me a follow. The next 3 months are going to be a huge test of my patience, my resilience, my sense of humor. But yeah, I'm excited to see what it could be and just what exactly I'm capable of doing. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm not a natural carpenter. Yes, I have certain skills that have become transferable. You know, I'm qualified electrically, which has been huge for me in, you know, calculating everything I need in the van, but I struggle in other areas. So yeah, you know, it's going to be challenging, it's going to be interesting, and I hope it's going to be very worthwhile. So thank you all for watching along. Thank you all for the support. It means so much to me. You know, there are times when I've wanted to give up this whole van life experience, you know, when things have got hard, and you guys out there have been just... Skylight's just shut. Yeah, you guys have been super supportive, and you know, without you, with your comments and the support you've shown me, I wouldn't still be doing this. So thank you all, and yeah, I'm looking forward to bringing you all along. So much love as always, and enjoy your weekend. Mwah.